I wake up at 5:15 every single day, right? And that's great because when I go to the gym or when I go into the office, I've got loads of time to get ready and leave in the morning. But days that I don't do that, what do? I don't like setting my alarm and then waking up at like different times. So like having a different time on Monday and then Tuesday, or the weekend is the furthest I go, so I wake up an hour later at the weekend than I do during the week. And you're not really supposed to do that. You're supposed to wake up at the same time every day. It's good for you. Also, it's really a pain in the ass scheduling a load of alarms and then wanting to modify them because like maybe this week I'm going to the gym on a Monday instead of a Tuesday, that kind of shit. And that happens like not irregularly because of sometimes I can't go to the gym on a Thursday or the weekend, so I rejig my week, that's the right word, yeah, Christ. I rejig my week so that I can like go to the gym enough times in a weekend if I'm not available to go on a Sunday for whatever reason. So I actually woke up this morning feeling quite like productive in like a weird way. Something Laura was talking about yesterday, we got, oh, it's my little loafy boy. My little loafy boy. Has he been banished? Have you been banished from, look at this loaf. Can we see any legs? Can we see a tail? Incredible. 9 out of 10 loaf. You just need to round out that booty and he's all set. So we went to the garden centre and stuff yesterday and Laura didn't buy a plant because if she went on holiday it would like die because it would need watering. Like it apparently needs a lot of water. And that got me thinking about like a like little fun little tech project I could do. And I was like, oh, let's have a look if that exists. This morning I woke up thinking about it. I had a terrible sleep last night. Not because of this. Just because I did, but a terrible sleep, woke up and I was like, oh, what about this? And then if I can get up some kind of like sensors in the soil, I swear that kind of stuff works indoors. Can I get a version that would work outdoors? And I'm like, oh, this would be quite cool. This, we could like see if we can mess around with some little nano IoT stuff and just like have a little play. And then that's like something that can get me back in front of the computer, like get me back like in a techie kind of place. Also, I caught Monty on my desk this morning and I took a photo of him and I was like, that's a pretty good photo. And then I'm like, right, so I need to go through my photos on Instagram. I haven't put a photo on Instagram in ages. I had a load that I want to post, but I have issues with like setting drafts. So like there's times where I'd like could edit them, but I wouldn't want to post them. And then because of that, when I want to post them, I'm never in a position to edit them, if you know what I mean. So anyway, and I'm like, right, so I need to get a little pipeline going of like things I want to put on Instagram, and I should just have a push to push some Instagram posts out. Because I want to get back into photography and all of that kind of shizness, which might actually be a good thing to do. My brain's all over the place this morning. That might actually be a good thing to do in the mornings. If I'm getting up early, assuming the weather's nice, if I'm getting up early, and I'm not going to the gym and I'm not going to the office, so i.e. a Monday morning, Saturday day, hopefully, Mondays and some Wednesdays, in that scenario, I could go out with my camera, take some photos, or do some like Photoshop, that kind of shit. That might be a good use of my time. I could get up nice and early, really early breakfast, get dressed, go, and then like have like a hashtag long walk Monday. Could you believe? Anyway, my brain. I woke up in like a productive mood, and obviously my like year goal, my like, I've been in a really good like mental space this year, basically since Christmas, and it's either because of my embroidery or because I just kind of picked a goal of like just doing what I want to do rather than like feeling like I have to pressurize myself into doing stuff that I think is productive. So anytime I've caught myself going, oh, I'm just kind of spending hours at a time sitting on the sofa watching TV and sewing, I should be doing something productive. I should be like learning or doing programming or whatever, sitting at the computer. The thing is though, it's really hard to, when you work and do hobbies in the same place. As evidenced by this little ramble, I'm sat here and I'm like, oh, so I want to look up like these little sensor things, like if I need some kind of Raspberry Pi, like kind of chip, like Arduino kind of shit, which I've never played with before in my life, but I'm like interested in it. The thing is, I'm now not interested in work, but because I've not gone somewhere to do work, I can't like get away from it. And all of this stuff that I'm thinking about I'm all thinking about it now, here, while I'm supposed to be working. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. But yeah, it's a mad one. It's just something I've been like, I've kind of put my finger on what it is. That's kind of, it's so difficult to have a hobby that's similar to work when you're literally sat in the same square, like in the same 2 meter by whatever square, you know? Which is why, basically, since working from home, I haven't done any of that stuff, or I find it really difficult to get into it. So it'll be interesting to see if I succeed in that, if I'm doing something else a little bit more fun, like this little sensor project. But yeah, that's just a little brain dump for you. And I've got like lots of small things I need to do at work, which are not very exciting. And I have a half-hour meeting that's about to start. That is the kind of meeting that you just kind of sit and listen to. God damn it. God damn it, mate. I feel productive, you know, and all of these things feel unproductive, but they're work. I need to go into the office more. What I need to do, and I said this a while ago, and I keep saying this, is I need to go, if I'm not going to the gym, I should go to the office. This weekend, we're going to look at making it better enabling the use of our bikes. We have bikes, which we've never used. I've used my bike an abysmal amount of times. And we need to enable them so that we can use them, because it doesn't look like they're ever going to let me insure my longboard. So therefore it's illegal for me to ride on the roads now. Kind of always has been, but they're more hot on it now because of these stupid rent-a-ride scooters. Which means I don't feel confident going out on that. So I want to get my bike because it's better for the environment. I can go to the gym on a Sunday. Oh, I've got so much stuff I want to do, you know? And I don't want to sit and figure out why this deployment won't work. Oh, look at that. We're getting somewhere. I just realised I left a deployment running and didn't check it after, but we just don't have the CPU usage. Solvable, I can... cup of tea. I came upstairs. I hate this. I came upstairs with some moisturiser for my hands. And I was like, oh, I'm going to wait a little bit because I need to Google some stuff. I want to be able to stop touching my keyboard while I moisturise my hand. And now it's gone. I don't think I've been anywhere. I haven't been in any of these rooms. Where's the cat? And yet, I was sat here. Anyway, I've been Googling... the idea I had. It turns out loads of people have done it. What I thought was, I don't know if I said this earlier when I was in my rambling stage, was like some kind of sensor that you can put into soil to figure out how much like nutrients are in it for, never made it upstairs, did it? Nutrients are in it for, use your words, Jimmy. Plants. So like, I'm effectively picturing like, almost like a, you know how you put like wooden sticks in the ground to point to what plant is there. So you put it down, you'd be like, roses or some shit. I don't know, I'm not really a gardener. I don't. Right, so like we bought yesterday some plants. One of the plants is this one here. We've had one of them before, and Laura forgot whether or not it needed a lot of water or it didn't need a lot of water. And because of that, basically it died. That was my favourite plant, so we bought another one. Anyway, what I'm picturing is one of those little sticks. You stick it into the ground, it's got a nice little label on it, tells you what the flower is. It then like beams over to an app of some variety, just like, or some centralised hub. It knows what flower it is, it knows how much water that flower needs, or like what kind of soil shit it needs. I don't know. And then it can like tell you whether or not it needs more stuff. And then the further extension to that would be automatically watering individual plants based on their needs, rather than blanket watering an entire garden or let it all die when you're on holiday. Anyway, the part I was going to play with of that, the just sensing the water, turns out people have done it. So there's like Xiaomi has done it, have got sensors. There's one that you can just take and just like poke in the ground, get a reading, and then walk around. So now I've got to decide how much I care about that idea to do it or not. It's a lot of stuff that I have very little experience in, like actual like electronic stuff. All of my stuff's in the cloud, you know. You know, sometimes I've no fucking idea where our cat is, you know. Like literally no idea. It's not downstairs. Oh. Hey. Naughty. Do you mind? What are you doing that for? That's naughty. That's naughty. You only do that on this chair. No other chairs. I don't think your little pea brain can understand that though. So it's naughty. I literally looked in there a minute ago and he was not there. He was hiding behind his little chair. Done for the day. This is the thing, right? This is why I struggle to be productive in like playing with new things programming wise. I was really excited about that soil idea until I found out someone had done it before. Because part of me is like, oh, yeah, I could turn that into a business. There's that part of my brain that's like, if it's not that, then there's no point. And that right there is toxic AF. So, gotta beat that out. But on a serious note, it was a problem that I was interested in solving, I think, because of that, not because of it was actually interesting. Right, Laura's on the way home. We are trying to time dinner for her, so that we can go shopping tonight, baby. First time in 2 weeks. 2 weeks where I am not going to be shopping on my own. Hallelujah. Shopping done, everything's done. We are getting ready for bed. Going to bed early. I've got building a gym bag up. All new gym gear tomorrow. New t-shirt, new shorts, new pants, new socks. Exciting. That is quite the treat. But otherwise, going to bed early because I'm sleeping like trash. There's something for getting used to sleeping on your own in a single bed. Both of us are sleeping bad. It's just like, I can't sleep. I keep waking up in the middle of the night. I keep having crazy dreams. It's wild. I've dreamt that someone's tried to kill Laura twice in a row. Fucking stressful, boys. Right. Keep trying to walk away from my computer to make a cup of tea. Every time I get halfway down the stairs, I goes, da-da-dum. Went to the gym this morning, did some rowing. Did those intervals I was talking about. So it's 5 times 1,000 metre intervals, right? So last time I had a low battery and I changed the battery and then I turned you on, you had the exact same percentage again. I was like, huh? I just changed you for the old, I took the battery out and I put it straight back in again. I took the charger off, the battery off the charger, put that one back on the charger again. Nice one. So yeah, I went rowing, did these intervals 5 times 1,000 metres with a 2-minute rest, which is not long enough, by the way. Absolutely battering. Like, I have this watch where it like tracks my, in fact, I'll show you. This like god awful, these are my intervals, right? There's 5 intervals there, I don't know how those lines line up, but anyway. Trying to find the bloody, this app is god awful. Compared to running, so here I would have been doing treadmill. I'm presuming it's all off heart rate rather than like movement, because obviously your arm would be moving more running than it would be rowing. At least I imagine it's not able to sense that movement as easily as a step movement, right? There is no way in hell I could maintain that red, like full rowing. I just couldn't do it. Whereas like running, I can maintain that. Not well. I'll be gassed by the end of it, but like, you know what I mean? I can do it for a decent period of time, and I can maintain like a 200 beats per minute heart rate running there for effectively 15-20 minutes. But like rowing, it's so much more tiring, but yet my heart isn't anywhere near as high. Obviously it's like more full body than running is. Anyway, point is, the last time I could find me doing this thing, so I'm doing like a plan to try and get my 5k faster. 5k row, obviously. The last time I did this was like August last year, so a long time ago. That was probably lines up with when I started to go on call, because as soon as I went on call, I wouldn't row every week. There'd be a week where I wouldn't row, and then therefore like it felt weird. But anyway. But last time, my average was 2 minutes 1 second, 1.3 seconds, and my best was 156.7, like out of the 5 sets. This time I averaged 155.4. My average is a second faster than my previous best. And my best was 143. Can't be 143, that's bullshit. 153. Apologies, 153. 154.3. Jesus Christ. So my average was a lot more. 54.3, dongus. 150. I was able to maintain 5 seconds faster than my previous best. And I was able to do that for every single set rather than just one the time before. So that's pretty fucking good. But I was knackered and I didn't really do much else. Whereas the last time I did it, I also did 30 minutes running on a treadmill. So we'll see about that. But it's the idea of intervals. You're supposed to be like the last one. The last one, I saw the timer going up. I'd beaten my best. I'd set the pace boat at like the best. And I saw it just getting further away from me. And I'm like, I had the last 400 meters or something. And I'm like, fuck you, dog. I'm going to fucking do this. And I'm there. I'm like, fuck it. And then after I was like, fuck you to the machine. You know, fucking nailed it, boy. Anyway, tea, done. Time to go upstairs. I need to fix this thing. Oh, God. I've not really got anything big and chunky to get my teeth stuck into. And I'm struggling for that reason. I don't know what's happened recently, but we've started generating so much washing up. I feel like I spend my entire life washing up. Up until recently, I've never understood, but haven't understood why like 2 people would need a dishwasher. But god damn would I like a dishwasher. Just had a really fun meeting where people are trying to agree alignment on something, on the project that I'm running. They're like, we want one of these things, and we think 2 teams are gonna build one. And we're like, okay, we all kind of agreed to align on only one, but I think the other team agreed to align on theirs, and we're agreeing to align on ours. Lucky me, I get to have a conversation, diagramming out what it's going to look like. And we really like really complicated diagrams as well. I also get the joy of being like, hey, this other team that wants to step onto our toes effectively, why are you considering this in it at all? Why aren't you just doing this? Oh god, it's a lot of fun, guys. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, so otherwise, I'm having some lunch, and then I've got some pretty diagrams to do, and I've got some really fun understanding and reading to make. Not great. In a bit of a bad mood, so your boy is not feeling it. I just feel like we've scored an own goal here, you know what I mean? Like, it was an unforced error. We're wandering into town, just got off the bus, trying to make going into the office a thing. I actually got up out of bed when my alarm went off as well, kinda. So I was actually like well ahead of the curve. At this rate, I'm actually gonna get there like 15 minutes early, so happy days. Stop recording. Yeah, I wanna go into the office. I'm figuring out my schedule basically. There is a spinning class on Wednesdays, which makes me, if I was to do spinning, which I kind of enjoyed, I would do it on a Wednesday, but Wednesdays is the best day to go in. I'm thinking Monday morning, wake up early, go out for a longer walk, Tuesday gym, Wednesday office, Thursday gym, Friday swim. That's my plan so far. The spinning classes are virtual on the other 2 days, so they're not as popular. Also, swimming is better on a Friday because it seems like less people go, so there's that. But this is particularly good timing. Yesterday, like last night, was like the closest I've got to being in like a bad headspace for a long time, since like Christmas. So I think a change of scenery. Laura's coming into the office as well, not my office obviously. So we're going to meet up and have lunch. She always like goes, oh, you should try lunch at this place. I'm like, look, I'm never invited to your lunches. So because I'm doing lunch with Laura, I haven't got my camera or anything. Usually I'd plan to come down with my camera so that at lunchtime I can go out for a long walk and take some little snappies, but yeah, I need a change of location and to think about some problems and try not to get like beaten up on lost opportunities and stuff like that's life. Yeah, it was a really cool project and I really wanted to drive it, and I'm not going to be able to anymore, but it's kind of tough. And it's not really my fault either, but it's tough. I need to just spend my time doing the things I want to do and not dwell on things I have very little control over. That's the deal. I think the problem is I feel a little bit shortchanged, like my the project, and by extension me, wasn't given enough attention to live, and was almost like strangled out by attention given to less important things that distracted the whole team effectively. And I feel like we could have fought harder for it, but we didn't. And effectively I was always going to be outgunned because I don't have the weight to to win that war, you know what I mean? But anyway, it's not important. Like I say, out of control. Don't worry about things, don't dwell on things out of your control. Again, final thoughts. We would have been so much better off if it had been firstly like prioritized correctly, but then also like we just worked together like in one place because there's so many like problems and decisions that you need to set up meetings to discuss, and when like your team leaders just maxed out meetings all the time, finding a day is like next week sometime, you know, rather than like 5 minutes now, which is all you need. But yeah, so it's like there's stuff about how we deal with claims and stuff. Like I want to discuss that because I think it's important, but we're not going to be able to find time for it. So, and the nature of the project just means it's so big that I can't just make all the choices, you know. Like it has huge impacts on every team. We need to like agree on stuff, but anyway, that's by the way. This weekend I'm going to sort out the bikes so that we have easier access to the bikes, and then we won't have to bus in. I mean, I'll look forward to that. I'm excited by the prospect of being able to cruise in. The problem is getting sweaty on the way back, but if I could cycle in on a Wednesday, that'd be great. I don't need to go spinning. And yeah, so we're going to try and start the bikes this weekend. Looking forward to that. I also feel like I'm travelling quite light. It's because I've not got lunch though, that's the thing. I can never tell if I just get in super early or I'm going to be on my own all day. I was under the impression more people were coming into the office, but it isn't 9 yet, so. Just ended up doing a meeting over here in this corner because I've been sat all day, sat down, just eating a banana. I've been sat at my desk all day. I'm getting backache, man. I spend so much of my time stood up at home with my standing desk that I needed to come over here just to like, I knew it was going to be a long meeting, so I just like did what I normally do, which is just stand up and like walk around in my meetings. Back home, and you know what? Bloody good timing. I thoroughly enjoyed going into the office today. Like work-wise, it wasn't particularly any better than any normal day. But I've had a bloody good day. I've had some good news, which is good. Had lunch with Laura. It's interesting that Laura obviously works in the office regularly, like 4 times a week. I do it like at the moment once a month, but want to go once a week. But like to guarantee Laura meets up for lunch, I've got to like bait her out with free lunch. The bus was an absolute hoot as well. Some guys having an absolute slanging match on the phone with his mate. That was fun. Having an absolute hoot. But yeah, done for the day. Back here. Monty's upstairs. He doesn't give a shit that I've come back. I've had some issues with my shoes. I actually have my Allbirds, right? I actually love these, right? They kind of look like grandma shoes, but on one of them, the sole, I can't lift it up, has come loose, look, you see? And like the other one's fine, but like that's completely like kind of popped out, or like the glue has come out. Anyway, I need to organise a return of that, basically. Where do we think my cat friend is? Where do we think my cat friend is? Meanwhile, I'm gonna order my new shoes. He's not in here. I can see him through the gap. Mr. Moo Moo, hello. Hello, why did you come say hello to me? Why? Jimmy, I don't like you. When will you learn that? Yes. Yes. You want this? They don't have my colour. God damn it, boys, they don't have my colour. I was going to go for these again. This is what I've got now, but they don't have a 12. Damn it. Thing is, I'm not sure about black. One of the main reasons behind getting these shoes is that they're like waterproof, puddle proof, but then also like better on, I can wear them with jeans, or more importantly with shorts. They'd be the closest I've got to like waterproof trainers I can wear with shorts. And I don't reckon much to black shoes and shorts. And the running shoe variant of them don't have any nicer colours either. Oh, that's super annoying. They do have the ones that are like non-waterproof, but then I think that the main thing I want is the water resistance bit. So I gotta have them, but they're not water resistant. Yeah, I'd have those. I mean, what that is black, to be fair. Orange. Oof. Anyway, I'm going to need to confer with Laura about that, aren't I? So, and let's end it there, ladies and gentlemen. We have gym tomorrow, and can't decide. I think I'm going to try and wait for the right colour on the shoes. Gym tomorrow. It's also the last day before the last long bank holiday weekend. Ooh, baby. Thanks for watching. Bit of a roller coaster. Do I have anything else to say? I don't. I'll catch you later.